Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It is Monday, February 13th, 2023. Here's what's happening today in America. We're shooting more things out of the sky. There's also a lot of toxic air, at least in one town. There was a football game last night, and we'll tell you about a startup that just feels like a really bad idea. That's all coming up, plus Bill with the message of the day. But first, the U.S. military shot down a fourth unidentified object flying over Lake Huron. The FAA temporarily closed a section of airspace in support of a national defense situation. They closed the airspace. The airspace was designated as a national defense airspace over American soil. It's amazing. An F-16 shot down an octagonal object. So the question is, are we paying more attention to objects floating in the sky so we're seeing more than ever before? Or have we just now decided to start shooting them all down? Don't know. No one's talking about this story, but I feel like we should here. There was a 50-car train derailment in a town 40 miles northwest of Pittsburgh, is East Palestine, Ohio, right on the border with Pennsylvania. This was on Friday. Officials ordered everyone in a 1 by 2 mile area to evacuate, saying folks in this red area are at risk of death. Why? It was a train derailment. Well, there were toxic chemicals in the train. You got to see this. It's this massive black plume. I've never seen anything like it. And the governor warned of a potential major explosion, and residents are worried to return home anytime soon with toxic gas in the air. One resident said the odor reminds her of a mixture of nail polish remover and burning tires. There was a football game last night. Great game. Until the end. Kansas City won 38-35. Their third Super Bowl victory, 1969, 2019, 2022. The Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles merchandise is not for sale. That is on a boat to Africa through a nonprofit Good 360. The charity makes sure that wherever they send the shirts of the losing team, they never find their way to eBay. There's a startup called Make Sunsets. This just feels like a bad idea to me. Maybe it's me. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. You decide. They released 2 weather balloons up over Baja, Mexico. Got to be careful with weather balloons these days, by the way. The plan is to fill the weather balloons with sulfur dioxide and then explode them so the sun's rays reflect off the particles and don't make it to Earth, thereby cooling the planet to the precise desired temperature that the environmentalist wackos want it to be. There's no way that goes well. They call it solar geoengineering, also known as playing God. I'm Mike Slater. The great Bill O'Reilly will be back with your message of the day next.
The best-selling Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifier uses proven oxy technology that quickly destroys viruses, odors, mold, and more. With over 265,000 already sold, we know it works. Smells vanish after just a few seconds with the thunderstorm being on. Odors, litter boxes, trash cans, cigarette smoke, dirty diapers, more. They're no match. The powerful thunderstorm sends out O3 molecules, which seek out and destroy odors, even from behind and under furniture. There are no filters to buy over and over, saving you money. And you can save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. You get 3 units, under $200. Put one in your basement, bedroom, kitchen, or anywhere you need clean, fresh air. Please go to EdenPureDeals.com, EdenPureDeals.com. Use code BILL to save $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com, code BILL, shipping free. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. I'd like to tell you about Team Normal versus Team Crazy. So if you listen to Governor Huckabee Sanders' speech after the State of the Union by President Biden last Tuesday, you got the feeling there were, or are, I should say, 2 teams in the USA. Now, Ms. Huckabee Sanders says she's on Team Normal and alleges that Joe Biden and his advisors are on Team Crazy. Well, that depends on your point of view, of course, but what I've decided to do on BillO'Reilly.com is market Team Normal gear. So hats, shirts, mugs, bumper stickers, very simple message, Team Normal. Now, this is being done in the spirit of good humor. So people might say, O'Reilly's on team normal. No way I want to be on that team. I understand that. But team normal represents traditional America, I think. And team crazy represents the woke zealots who are doing all kinds of nutty things, in my humble opinion. So which team are you? Team normal or team crazy? I know the deck is stacked. I know that. But if you are a committed team normal person, go to BillO'Reilly.com and show those colors. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Now let's go to the mail. Dr. Michael Luna, Motown, Pennsylvania. Bill, you're right about insulin prices. I'm a diabetic, and when I retired, my employer did not give anything toward my health benefits. I found out I had to pay $900 a month for insulin. The Republican Party's got to unite with the Democratic Party and get this stuff under control. These are life-saving drugs, okay? You get older, you can't be shelling out $50,000, $60,000 for drugs to keep you alive. Jolene, concierge member. Jolene has direct access to me. Bill, you couldn't be more correct on America's oblivious mental state. My 69-year-old sister-in-law lives in California, and she lives paycheck to paycheck. She still loves Biden. Okay. What's the old cliche? You can lead the horse to water. There you go. Kathleen, concierge member. Thank you, Kathleen. Though you talk about the daily meetings news organizations have at 8 a.m., now can you explain the notation every day on the president's schedule, in-town pool? In-town pool is there's one photographer that shoots the White House briefings, and that photographer has to be in place at that time. That's the in-town pool for photographers. Bob Wise, Sandwich, Illinois. Bill, longtime fan, but I have a complaint. I'm working through your killing books, which are fantastic, but I have trouble reading books from other authors now. They all seem boring. I know, I have the same problem. I mean, I get 10, 15 books a week, and I got to select the ones I want to read, but if you don't get me in the first 20 pages, I'm done. It's not fair, but you're right. The killing books just fly by. In a moment, something you might not know.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-925-7584 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-925-7584. That's 800-925-7584. What do you have to lose? Call 800-925-7584. Again, 800-925-7584.
Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The United States Constitution unique among all nations on earth? Apart from outlining the responsibilities given to the American government, it specifically lists things the feds cannot do to private citizens. Chief among them, violate freedom of speech, religion, press, and the right to self-protection with a gun. The Second Amendment states, quote, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, unquote. The history behind the amendment dates all the way back to the Revolution. During the Revolutionary War, a militia referred to groups of men who banded together to protect their communities, towns, colonies, and eventually states. At the time, most people in America believed that governments in general used soldiers to oppress their own people. So the wisdom was that the central government in the new United States should only be allowed to raise an army when facing foreign adversaries. For all other purposes, safety should be provided by ordinary citizens themselves using their own weapons. Now, that is key to understanding the debate today. 40% of Americans now live in a household with at least one firearm. 30% own a gun. When asked by Gallup, 63% say they own a weapon for personal protection or to protect a small business. After abortion, guns are the most divisive issue in American politics. Half of the voters want more restrictive gun laws. The other half want less regulations. And here's something else you might not know. Our Second Amendment inspired other countries around the world to provide their citizens with the right to own guns. Bolivia, Costa Rica, Colombia, Honduras, Nicaragua, Liberia, Guatemala, and Mexico all passed those laws. However, all of those countries, excluding Mexico and Guatemala, have since rescinded the gun laws, the right to bear arms. Back after this.
Bill O'Reilly here for Lone Star Transfer. If booking your timeshare has been difficult in the past, you know it's been almost impossible lately. Most clients are shocked to learn that their timeshare is now available to the public, severely limiting booking options. Many owners are upset their yearly dues have nearly doubled during this maintenance fee season. For well over a decade, this family-owned company has had the pleasure of helping more than 18,000 owners legally and permanently get out of their timeshare fees. With an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau and more than 900 five-star testimonials, Lone Star Transfer is a company you can trust. Lone Star Transfer guarantees the release of all liability to your timeshare in writing and in a specific time frame. So please call my friends today for a free, no-obligation consultation at 855-551-7066, 855-551-7066, or online at lonestartransfer.com.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.